Dear students, hope you are all well. So students, in the last class, we learnt about change in direction of wind. In that, air pressure is not uniform across the earth's surface. Air moves from high pressure area towards the low pressure area in a horizontal manner. Winds are generated due to this movement. Next we learnt is velocity, the speed at which something moves in a particular direction is the velocity. Next we learnt was planetary winds are of three types. They are easterlies, westerlies and polar winds. Then we learnt about local winds, the winds that blow for a short duration of time, originate in a specific region and blow over a limited area are called local winds. Now let us move further with the chapter. Next is valley breeze. Now you can see in this picture, can you see this picture? This picture is about a mountain. Between the two mountains, here is the valley. You can see there are two mountains and that way which is there in between, that is called as valley. Okay. So what we are going to study? We have to study the valley breeze. Breeze means the air which is blowing. Okay. The wind which is blowing over there. So we are going to study the valley breeze and the mountain breeze. We learn about these two. Okay. So let us study about the valley breeze first. Now what happens valley breeze? Okay. The breeze which are there in the valley. So this is the mountain top, right? You can see the mountain top, the top, that is the mountain top. That means rays of the sun are directly coming here. So when the sun rises or when the sun is on top, where the rays will come first? On the mountain top. Okay. So first it will reach the mountain top, then it will come down. Okay. So what is happening here? The valleys are cooler as compared to the mountain tops. Why the valley is cooler? Because the mountain top is getting heated more. The valley is not getting heated. So there it is cooler. So in comparison to the mountain top, here, that is a breeze in the valley will be cooler. So what will happen? Cooler air means what? The temperature will be low, right? Wherever there is cooler air, the temperature will be low. And when the temperature is low in the valley breeze, what will happen? Which pressure will be generated? High pressure. It's opposite, right? When the temperature is low, high pressure will be generated. So air pressure is high in the valleys. Why air pressure is high in the valleys? Because the temperature is low over there. Okay. Then what will happen? Temperature is low, air pressure is high. And as I told you that winds will always move from high pressure towards the low pressure area. So you can see the direction here. Can you see the direction in the picture? The yellow arrows, right? So this is the direction of the winds. The winds will blow from high, which is created in the valley, towards the low pressure area. Now where is the low pressure area? Near the mountain tops, okay, that is the low pressure area. So hot and light air from the mountains, what happens to the air over there at the top of the mountains? The air will get heated because the sun rays are falling over there, right? So the air will get heated. It will become lighter. That air will become lighter. And when the air becomes lighter from the top of the mountain, what will happen? It will come down. It will come down, it will descend down, and cool air from the valley will move towards the mountain. So this is a cycle, okay? It's like a cycle. It keeps on moving. Okay, which goes on. Okay, now let's see again. Cool air will come up, the hot air will descend down. Again, the cool air will come up near the mountain tops. So, this is a circular motion. So, the cool air from the valley is going on top towards the mountain. The hot air from the mountain tops is coming down. So, this cycle keeps on moving. Okay. So, valley breeze are set after sunrises. So when the sun rises, which breeze are set? Valley breeze. Now you understood what is valley breeze? And the next one is totally opposite towards this. That is the mountain breeze. Okay. Now look here in this picture. As I told you, these are the mountain tops. On the top of the mountain, they are the mountain tops. And this is the valley. What happens in the night time? Okay, in the night time, what will happen? The mountain top will cool down quickly in the night time. Okay, the mountain top will cool down quickly as compared to the valley. Okay, as compared to the valley, the mountain top will cool down. So at night time, mountain will quickly cool at night. Then what will happen? And the valleys will be hotter. As I told you, it's opposite. Valley breeze and mountain breeze are opposite. Okay, so air pressure, what happens to the air pressure here? Because the mountain tops are cooler, the temperature is low. So air pressure will be high. Okay. So air pressure is high in the night. Now where it is? In the night. At night. At the mountain tops. So when the air pressure is high, how the winds will blow? From the high pressure area towards the low pressure area. You can see the arrows here. Now it's coming downwards. Okay. So winds will blow from high pressure towards the low pressure. That means the winds will blow from the mountain tops towards the valley. First in the valley breeze, it was blowing from the valley towards the mountain tops. That is at night. Okay. So the hot air and light air from the valley now will be pushed up and the cool air rushes down, and again there will be a cycle. Okay. It's a circular movement of wind, and that's why mountain winds are set after sunset. Remember all these points related to the mountain breeze and the valley breeze. Valley breeze will set after sunrise and mountain breeze will set after sunset. Okay, these both are opposite to each other. Okay, both are always opposite. Let's move forward. Now you can see the picture of a land over here and water over here, right? What is the difference between land and water? Because you should know that the land breeze and the sea breeze. That's why you should know the difference between land and sea. Now look here, the land is made up of dense matter, and that's why the density of land is more. Land is made up of dense matter. That's why the density of land is more. Okay, now what will happen to the water? The density of water is less as compared to land. So the density of land is more and the density of water is less as compared to the land. Now the second point is land is stable and opaque. Land is not moving. It is stable. Does land moves? No. So land is not moving. It is stable at one place. Stable and opaque. Opaque means you can't see. Right? But water is transparent. That means you can see. We can see through water. Right? So water is transparent and unstable. Why unstable? Because it keeps moving. So this is the second difference. Now see the next difference. Heat is transferred at a greater speed and in higher proportion. And so land gets heated quickly. Now, as compared to water, and water does not get heated quickly because of the transfer of heat is not at a greater speed. So what you have studied the difference, you know now, between land and water. So air pressure in land and water areas is different. Okay, both are different. From this we can understand that the air pressure which is there on land and in water will be different. Now look here, the sea breeze. Okay, you can see here, look at the diagram. Okay, you can see here, cooler breeze blows to the land. Can you see it's written over there? So, cooler breeze blows to the land. This cooler breeze will blow to the land. That means from the high pressure area towards the low pressure area. You can see there is a blue arrow, right? So it's going from high pressure area towards the low pressure area. Then what will happen? Air on the land will get heated up. Okay? Air will get heated up and it will go up. It will go upwards. And this warm air will cool down and come down. Can you see the pink arrow, right? This warm air will cool down and come down. So again, high pressure, again low pressure will develop. This is a cycle from high pressure towards low pressure. Again, high, low. From sea towards the land. It's going from the sea towards the land. Can you see, right? From sea towards the land. That is why it is a sea breeze. Now, why do the breeze blow from the sea to the land during the day? Why does it blow? Because a high pressure belt is formed on the sea. Just now as we seen, high pressure belt is formed in the sea. And towards the land it's low pressure. That means the temperature is low in the sea. So high pressure belt is formed. So during the day, what will happen during the day? The wind will blow from the sea towards the land. And we will see what will happen in the night time. Now next we will see what happens in the night time. See, this is land breeze. Now, when do the winds blow from the land to the sea? Okay? Yes, look here. Now, high pressure belt is created on the land. You can see the high pressure belt is created on the land at night time. Okay? Why temperature is low night time? Because the land cools down and temperature is low. Just now as we seen before also. At the mountain top, in the night the mountain top cools faster. Okay? So in the night time the land cools down and temperature is low. So high pressure belt is created on the land. So winds will blow from high pressure towards the low pressure. Can you see the arrow, pink arrow? It's going from high pressure towards the low pressure area. Okay. So high pressure to low pressure again. This warm air which is there in this water will be heated. It will become lighter and again it will come here. It will cool down. So when do the winds blow from the land to the sea? It will be at the night time. Okay? It will be during the night time. So when the winds blow from land to the sea, it is a land breeze. And this happens at the night time. We seen before also. In the night time, the land cools faster. We seen the mountain tops, right? The land cools faster. Same way in this, in the land breeze. In the night time, the land cools faster. That's why it's a high pressure on the land. Now let's move forward. Now here, due to the uneven heating of land, When uneven means sometimes land will be heated more, sometimes land will be heated less. Similarly, water also. Water, because of the rays of the sun, it can be heated more. So due to unequal heating of the land and water in different seasons, monsoon winds are generated. Which winds are generated? Monsoon winds. And let me tell you students, monsoon winds are generated. We are getting in India. In India, we are getting the rains, right? Because of what? Because of the monsoon winds. And how these winds are generated? It is because of the uneven heating of land and water in different seasons. That means sometimes the land is heated, sometimes the water is heated. So it is an uneven distribution. Okay, that's why we find different seasons. Let's move forward. Now here what happens? During summer, monsoon winds blow from sea to the land. Okay? During summer, monsoon winds blow from sea to the land. Okay? During winter, see the down one. During winter, these monsoon winds will blow from land to the sea. Okay? Now here you can see these two pictures where Southeast Asia, you can see the monsoon winds. Those arrows which you can see in the map, they are the monsoon winds blowing. Monsoon winds which are there, they are seen in which seasons? In summer and winter. Just now in the previous slide we seen, right? In summers, you can see this continent of Asia. Look in the first figure, you can see it's written over there, continent of Asia. This is our country India. Can you see our country India? Yes. So here also you can see our country India. So when are these monsoon winds blowing? These monsoon winds are blowing in summer as well as in winter season in the Indian subcontinent. Okay? Only, and that is why we have an extra season in India, that is the rainy season, because we are getting rains. Because of what we are getting rains? Because of the monsoon winds which blow in summer and winter. The next is, here you can see the cyclone. Okay, now cyclonic conditions develop when a low pressure area is surrounded by the high pressure area. You can see in the second figure. You can see this is a cyclone picture. The first picture is a cyclone picture, right? This is a low pressure area and this is a high pressure area. Look in the second figure. You can see the low pressure area and the high pressure area. Now you can see the arrows. So from high pressure towards the low pressure, the arrows are going from high towards the low pressure. You can see the cyclone is denoted by L. It's written over there L, right? So that means low pressure. So cyclonic condition develop from a low pressure area which is in the center. See in the second figure, which is in the center, surrounded by high pressure area. The low pressure is surrounded by high pressure area. That is how cyclones are created. And next, why this happens? For what reason cyclones takes place? It is because of the rotation of the earth, cyclones winds will move. Cyclonic winds will move. How it will move? In the northern hemisphere, it will move anti-clockwise. That means not how the clock turns. It will move the other side. So in the northern hemisphere, it will move anti-clockwise, while in the southern hemisphere, it will move clockwise. So it doesn't move in the direction how it moves every time. So that is why a cyclone takes place. Next is, you can see here what happens when the cyclone will come. What will happen when the cyclone will come? What are things you can notice before the cyclone is coming? Sky will look cloudy. That means sky will look dark. Clouds are there in the sky. Then next is winds will blow with a very high velocity. Okay, very high speed. With a high speed. Then there will be heavy rains and it will cover a limited area. Because of the cyclone, limited area is affected by cyclone. Now when a cyclone takes place, it affects always a limited area. So duration, velocity, direction, place of origin is unpredictable. That means you cannot predict that a cyclone will come in that region. You cannot know that when the cyclone will come. It can be anywhere, but it will only cover a limited area. Okay, so when a cyclone comes, it only covers a limited area. Next is cyclonic storms. See, when a cyclone comes with a great speed, storms are created. The winds blow with great speed. So what happens? You can see here, you can see in the picture, the storms are created. It can be created in the sea and on the land. So cyclones are occurring in western part of Pacific Ocean along the coast of Japan, China, Philippines, and that's why these cyclone storms are known as typhoons. Okay, these cyclone storms have different names. So these cyclone storms are called as typhoons. Now these storms arise in the months between June to October and these winds are very destructive. So these storms mostly take place between these months, June to October. That's the rainy season. Okay. Now let's move forward. Now here you can see the beach. Here cyclones in the Caribbean Sea. This is a sea cyclone in the Caribbean Sea. They are known as hurricanes. So different names are given to the cyclonic winds. Somewhere they are typhoons, somewhere they are hurricanes. Let's move forward. And now let us see what is anticyclones. What happens in anticyclone? High pressure area is in the center and low pressure area is outside. In cyclone, what happens? Low pressure is in the center and high pressure is outside. But in anticyclone, it's opposite. High pressure to the low pressure. Here you can see from high to low pressure area in the northern hemisphere. These winds blow. These anticyclones will blow in a clockwise direction. In the southern hemisphere, it will blow in an anti-clockwise direction. What happens when anticyclones will come? The skies will not be cloudy. Okay, how it was in cyclones, the skies were cloudy. But here the skies will be clear. Winds will blow with less velocity and the weather will be pleasant. That means it is totally opposite to cyclones. Now let's move forward. Now let's revise what are the different types of winds. Okay, first is the planetary winds. In planetary winds, we have the easterlies, westerlies and the polar winds. Next is the seasonal winds, also called as monsoon winds. In that we have the southwest monsoon winds and northeast monsoon winds. And the last we have the local winds. In that we have the cyclonic winds, anticyclonic winds, valley breeze, mountain breeze, land breeze and sea breeze. Let's move forward. That's your homework. The first question is, winds blowing from sea towards land are called dash. Next is dash winds are quite strong and destructive. And the last one is when are cyclonic conditions created? That's all for now. We will learn the next chapter in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.